Boy, am I glad you found this video. Welcome in everybody, it's Suro here and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to share with you quite a few different things that you may have missed in the update. And I promise you, there will be at least one thing in this video that you did not know. We actually have some really crazy stuff that slipped their way into the game that I'm just not hearing talked about enough. If you guys did find just one thing in this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for me. I'd really appreciate it. Only like 55% of people that watch my content are subscribed. It would definitely help me out so much. So thank you in advance for subscribing. But let's start off really strong with one major change. So if you go over here to your crafting station, you may remember we had a summer event where we could actually craft this vintage cooler, right? Now, the thing about this vintage cooler was it needed 15 s'mores, 5 iron ingots, and 100 snowballs, but they have now added 1,000 Dreamlight to be able to craft one. So if I want to go ahead and make 3, I'm out 3,000 Dreamlight. So very expensive, a little sneaky thing they put in there. I'm guessing it was intentional. Maybe it was like a, you've been there, done that, so you got it cheaper back during the event. And if you didn't have time, you procrastinated, you came later in the game, I guess you're going to have to pay some extra resources. So I know a lot of players are probably not going to be happy about this. So, I mean, 1,000 Dreamlight definitely adds up, especially if you're making like a full storage room. But at the same time, you can come over here to your Dreamlight tab and you could like go feed a sea turtle for 200. You could go get 3 lemons for 100. You could go mine just 4 rocks for another 200. That right there is already 500. And then this one just moved 3 decorations. So it is pretty easy to get this Dreamlight. Prepare a 3-star meal, you get it 150. So pretty much doing these few tasks on here will net you 1. But yeah, definitely a very expensive and an interesting change for sure. Now we are going to start off extra strong because I'm going to show you something that is going to blow your mind. So let me go over here to, we'll go to the Oasis. And you want to make your way to the Cave of Wonders. So if you have the DLC, go to Eternity Isle, go to Memories. We're going to click on this. And then as you know, there's like the old ruler's diary here. I have 9 out of 9. We got Rapunzel's lyrics. It's 21 out of 21. These are like little memories, right? Gaston's journal, 17 out of 17. Well, we could never figure out how to get Jafar's journal. There was 0 out of 7 right here. And I'm going to show you how to get them. You just have to go inside at the Cave of Wonders. Now, I'm probably going to make a separate video on this, so I'm not going to pick it up. I just want this to get more exposure so more people know about this, because there's not really a reason to come back into the Cave of Wonders. But I'll show you where the locations are. You just pick them up and you're done. So as soon as you enter, you're going to see the first one right here. You can go ahead and just pick it up. You can read through it. We have another one over here to the left. It's at the end, so this will be number 2. You just need to get 7 of them, and there is only 7 in here. So back at the first one, we're going to keep making our way down here. That was 2. As soon as you get up here at the top of this one, there is another one right here. It's at the door that goes all the way down to the exit, so this will be 3. Turn to your left a little bit. There's going to be another one here. That is number 4. And now we're going to make our way into this room over on this side. You can ignore everything. We're just going to make our way all the way to the end. Go up here. And we have number 5 right here. And then we're going to make our way back. This time we're going to go to the room on the right side instead. So this is back at the middle. There's the door. We're going to go to the right this time. And then straight ahead, just to the left of this little battery, you're going to see number 6 right here. Go ahead and pick that one up. And the last one is going to be pretty much all the way down into where you got the spark of imagination. So just keep making your way all the way through the tunnel here. And then as you're coming out, and when you see the statue down there, just keep making your way. And over here on the right is going to be the 7th and final one. And again, to double check, make sure you have these. Go to your collection, Eternity Isle, Memories. And it's going to be this one right here. So had I picked those up, these would have been fully unlocked. So that's something I think a lot of people do not know about. And even I did not know about that until Seraphwing in our Discord had mentioned that someone in another server named Nova Starlight had actually mentioned this. So shout out to both of them for helping us figure these out. Now here's a huge thing that is probably confusing a lot of players. If you go over here to your settings and then go down, the game actually auto saves every 1 minute. Now it used to be 5. Now I'm going to go all the way back to the main menu because I want to show you guys something. A lot of players have been noticing that when they refresh a Scrooge's shop, it's just not working. Like they get in there, they refresh, and it's still the same old item. So there's a couple of things that could be happening. One, it is because you're running out of that 1 minute timer. So I'm going to go ahead and load in here. So you have to, like, you have that 1 minute to get in, get to Scrooge's shop, do your shopping and all that stuff before it auto saves. But the issue is sometimes whenever you actually enter the shop, it automatically will auto save as well. Now I don't do Scrooge resets. I have absolutely nothing against it or anyone doing it. I think it's awesome, you know, if it's something that's going to help you get your items. I just personally am not too knowledgeable on the subject to know everything, whether it works better on multiplayer with the new update or not. But as you see, you go to settings, it says last save 22 seconds ago, 23, 24. I'm going to hurry up, get inside Scrooge's shop real quick. So we're probably at like 33, 34. Go down and it automatically saved as soon as I entered Scrooge's shop. So they definitely nerfed this, and I don't think that was their like full intention. I don't think they like implemented this 1 minute autosave. It could have been because of like game crashing, so people don't lose 5 minutes worth of progress. While it seems like 5 minutes isn't that much, if you're decorating and stuff, it actually can add up. Like you could get a lot done in 5 minutes, decorate a lot of stuff. So they could have done that. Maybe it's for some like stability issues. Maybe it was to nerf the Scrooge shop reset a little bit, but that's just something you guys need to know. They could also have been trying to fix and nerf the duplication glitch that were going on. So yeah, it's an interesting change, and I think maybe this is what could have caused some stability issues in the first place with like PlayStation players earlier or console, because the game is saving more regularly. So instead of it saving like once every 5 minutes, now it's once every 1 minute, and it could definitely feel like the game is stuttering a little bit more often. So yeah, interesting change on that. I'm sure they're going to get it fixed, and I know they pushed out a little hot fix for PlayStation earlier this week. All right, so the next tip is actually a pretty wild one, and it's a cool one. So go over here to your search and filter and type in tiny, and then go back, go to all. You can now place the tiny chair, which is interesting because both of these have the exact same name, but the little tiny chairs, you can actually place them now. Can we sit on them? Probably not, but I'm gonna test it out. Let's see. Please. No, Gameloft, please let me sit in the chair. I want to sit in the chair. Well, before these were invisible, so if you accidentally place some of these down way back in the day and you just happen to remember where they're at, you may go check that location. They could possibly be there. And while we're over here, let's take a look at some of the other items. So we have the bonfire. This one is a little more common. You guys may have heard about this. The fire, the flame actually ended up getting fixed. I'm surprised they fixed this so soon because it wasn't terrible, but the fire was definitely spilling out on the side a little bit. I guess it's nice that they were pretty prompt with this. It almost seems like a lot of the like mini bugs that we've been getting, they have been pretty fast at fixing those. Like the tiny chair definitely took them a while, but this was like just a recent update. Like actually it was, yeah, not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, and they actually ended up fixing that. So that's a nice change as well. We also have the Tiana like counters that got fixed. What are those called? We'll just type in table. Hopefully we can find it really quickly. Well, that's because I actually had them all placed down here. So these tables now, instead of being a 2x2, they actually have 9 spots here. So they're 3x3. So you can place like this in the middle now, and you can have actual like food and plates and stuff like that in front of each of the chairs. You could probably place this down here. Let's see. There you go. Yep, you can even place that down there. Get some plates, get some food over here. The chairs actually line up like perfectly with the tables now, which is definitely really nice. So this overall is a really nice feature. And then also her countertops got fixed. The cafe display case can actually be placed on top of the counter now. So we had like this one here. Before it could not. You can actually plop it up there, so that's a nice fix. And we knew that this was supposed to be the way it was because it was in the trailer like this, and it wouldn't make sense to not be able to place it on there. But you can now do this, which is really cool. Now this next one is kind of a bug, but also kind of a feature. I think it just wasn't implemented properly. Whenever you talk to Daisy and you end up getting a challenge, you may come across a challenge that just doesn't make sense. So let me go ahead and cancel this one. And let me grab another one and see by some chance if this first time we actually get the thing we need. So what's on the challenge? I don't think so. But whenever you come over here, you may get a requirement over here that says like door with wall. And that is definitely throwing players off. Well, to be able to get that, if you come over here to your collections, you're going to scroll around. You don't see anything that says door with wall, right? But if you go talk to Scrooge, like you're going to purchase something from him. So you go over here to order some items, go to furniture. If you scroll down at the bottom, you can see this, and it's definitely bugged out, but it says door with wall here, 2x2. If I click on it, I actually have this item, the golden molded shelf and the French Quarter arch doors. So to fix that challenge, you could re-roll it, get a completely different challenge, or two, you could try placing one of these down on the platform if it allows you. I don't really know if you can place a door, probably not. You should be able to place the golden molded shelf, but those are your options. I would probably just re-roll it, but you could definitely test it out. And if you have tested it out and it works, great, let us know in the comment section below. And the last thing we're going to take a look at is just another minor thing. You could go to like the beds and try out stuff like this one. We have the ice harvester's bed. But if you actually end up trying to lay on here where it says sit, your character will end up lounging just like in the Timon and Pumbaa like questline. Whenever you're actually doing it and they're like at the camp and you have to sit down, your character does this little lounge animation, which is pretty much the same animation as the bean bags and also what they displayed off in this whole like Starlight bundle. And then the ice harvester bed, if you come over here, it says lounge, but your character actually ends up sitting. So when it says sit, your character lounges. When it says lounge here, your character sits. But that's it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found at least one thing in this video helpful. If it did, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, I beg you. And I hope you have the best day ever.